Why, Shelley, you look like a manly lumberjack today. I know. New shirt. And no makeup because I give 0 fucks. There are a few things I need to get off my chest and out of my system because I'm in pain, which puts me in a bad mood. And therefore things get on my tits more often. Let's be honest. Happens to the best of us. I want to lay it on the line and put all my cards on the table, so to speak, and tell you what these things are so I can relax and cleanse the soul again. It's that time. First thing on the list are things that waste my time. Anything that gets me doing things I don't want to do, and anything that keeps me from my me time and relaxing and watching TV or playing a computer game or whatever the hell I want to do gets on my nerves, whether it be a slight bit of traffic or somebody needing something. Granted, don't get me wrong, I do like helping people. It's my thing. It's like my crack. Never mind, that came out wrong. You know what I'm talking about. But anyway, there's still like that little bit in here somewhere that's like, you need to be sitting on the sofa in your pajamas doing nothing. It's my paradise, it's my zen. I love it. It's my thing. Just don't keep me from my thing. Second thing is like idiots on the road. It could be like anything there as well. Like half the time, people trying to let me through when it's their right of way on the road really gets on my nerves. I know you're trying to be nice. I know you think you're being kind to me. But for God's sake, please, for the love of God, just move. Because, especially at night time, like there's a junction near my house that at night time is a pain in the ass. Because it's like rush hour, there's loads of cars, and it's like a cross junction. Everybody wants to go, we all want to go home. Usually when you're trying to let somebody through at night, you sort of flash your lights and be like, come forward. But they don't do that, they just sit there and stare at me and wonder why I'm not moving, and then I wonder why they're not moving, even though it's their turn to go. And it's like, either flash your light and tell me that it's my turn to go, or go. Because, my God, it's annoying. And then by the time I actually do freaking move, they're causing a crash, because then they suddenly decide to move because they're fed up of waiting for me, and we nearly have a head-on collision, and it's like, I may have ranted about this before, but it's still occurring, so it still annoys me. And I know that it needs to be done, people need to learn, but learner drivers, when you're in a hurry, holy shit. And I try to be patient. I don't make faces in their rearview mirror or anything like that because I know that they're nervous and I'm not trying to be a dick about it. But in my head I'm like, why me? Why do I have to be the one behind you? And it's never just one. I'm always stuck behind 2 or 3. Especially when I need to be somewhere. And it's the same with cyclists. I have no problem with cyclists if they're following the rules of the road. But if they're being a dick, you could bet your sweet ass you're pissing me off. I had what pretty much every woman dreads in their life after they reach 25, and that is the dreaded smear test. I don't have the best of times anyway, I find it difficult. But that's just me. Most people have a great time, and I seriously advise you to do it because the alternative, if you miss an appointment or if you just refuse to go and then you end up getting cervical cancer and it gets missed because you don't take your appointment, that's far worse than, you know, having your knees in the air for 5 minutes and have the nurse talk to you about the weather or something while you're awkwardly there with your legs open. The entire time, because I'm nervous anyway when it comes to things like that, it's awkward, you're sort of nervous about the whole thing, building up to it, so you're tense and it's unpleasant the entire time. It's just really weird, you know? And they're there sort of doing their usual thing, like talking to you like you're in a yoga class or something. It's like, deep breaths, just relax. And you're just like, I can't relax, love. You're coming at me with some plastic thing that's unnatural looking towards something that only a boyfriend should see, in my case anyway, or you know, your mother when you're a baby, etc. I can't relax. It's like, oh yes, this is exactly how I lie on the beach in Mallorca with flipping margarita in my hand. This is how I relax regularly. Yes, absolutely. Like, I'm not relaxing. The very last thing. It's like when people are trying to help, I get that. But then, if you happen to be like ill or you've injured yourself, and it's not the "are you okay" that gets to me, that's perfectly fine, or the "look after yourself" comments, that's fine too. It's the suggestions of help, like you haven't thought of it already. I hurt my hip because it pops out of joint regularly. Every so often, my hip decides that it wants to do that and I have to pop it back into joint. And yes, it bloody hurts. So it does annoy me quite a lot. But then you've got people going, oh, have you thought about physiotherapy? It's a legit question, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I've heard it like a million times, and I've already told pretty much everybody I know by this point that I have physiotherapy exercises that I should be doing, and granted I haven't been doing them, so, you know, onus is on me. It's my fault that I'm injured right now. But I already told you that I know the exercises to do. Why are you asking me again if I know the physio or if I need to go and see a physiotherapist? I know what I need to freaking do! And it's all that, are you sure you can stand up? Are you sure you can do this? I'm like, well, I'm doing it, aren't I? If I wasn't sure if I could do it, I wouldn't be flipping doing it now, would I? Oh, and there's also a little bit about the fact that my neighbours apparently, well, not my next door neighbours are lovely, but somebody, somewhere, decides that my front garden is apparently a flipping garbage tip. And over New Year, bastards were throwing things at my freaking windows, because lovely people, great. That and the fact that I had to repair the boiler that cost me over £2,500, so I now have a bank loan that I have to pay off. But yes, other than that, everything's great. Who needs yoga when you could just rant at people on YouTube? I'm good now. Bye.